equality for deaf people with a hearing dog is a right, it's a human right, and we must recognise that. Currently, I'm sad to say that doesn't always happen.
Good boy, come.
The one thing that deafness gives is isolation, and that isolation knocks your confidence. The provision of a hearing dog, we found, increases people's confidence and removes that isolation, and generally they feel much better in themselves. When they're out with an identifiable hearing dog, they find that people want to interact with them, which makes them interact back. They find that they are going back into the hearing world again. Deaf people are quite attached to having their hearing dog with them, and if they're refused access whilst they're accompanied by their hearing dog, it can be extremely distressing.
Yeah, wherever I go, he'll sit down and he'll probably like a bit of beef, but he's not allowed to have it, you know. But I've got his treats, so every so often I'll just keep him content by passing the treat to him. We have had access issues in some other places, and they've asked us to leave. We've had an instance where they're saying, you can come in, but you sit in the corner where all the rest go for a meal, and they're sitting in the corner with a little table, and we won't do that. I mean, then I'm discriminated against because I can't sit with my friends or family. So we either get up and move, or we just quite often stand our ground and speak up, you know. If he's not allowed in, then I don't go in.
The refusal of access is potentially unlawful. It's against the Disability Discrimination Act. If we find that the provision of that dog is causing a deaf person some distress in the form of refusal of access, then we feel that as a professional organisation we have a moral obligation to do something about that. We understand that we work in quite a unique area of disability, and we are more than willing to work with employers, with restaurateurs, with those involved in hospitality, to help them minimise any risk they've identified, so that they can allow unhindered access for hearing dog users when they're accompanied by the hearing dog. The training that hearing dogs are given is based on the needs of the deaf person and based on the needs of society. We recognise that this dog has to go out into the world and be well behaved. So there's a tremendous amount of training goes into the dog itself and how it behaves when it's out in the public eye. The Chartered Institute of Environmental Health Officers have endorsed the training that we provide for our hearing dogs, and have said that because of the rigorous training they have, they do not pose a risk to health, and they're quite happy to endorse that hearing dogs are allowed access.
Clever girl.
Mama?
Yeah.
We need to educate, we need to mediate, we need the backing of the media, and we need all the help we can get to make sure that deaf people who've made the life choice to be accompanied by a hearing dog have the freedom of unhindered access to goods, services, facilities, education, employment, etc. It's a long road we're on, and there is no quick fix, but we must try and make it a reality for them.